Last year's devastating floods damaged a number of schools in the province. You'll remember we reported on that extensively when coastal schools reopened last week. So the academic year for 2023 has begun, but there are some problems with those schools that are yet to be repaired. Well, Dale van Blerk was so touched by the plight of pupils, he had to take a walk, a long one. In fact, he is walking from Johannesburg to Durban, and he wants to raise awareness and funds for schools damaged by the floods. eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah is following that journey, and he joins us now. Dasen, thank you so much for joining us. So just tell us a little bit more about Dale's journey. I understand he actually started on the 4th of January, so how close is he to Durban?
Sal, he's almost here. In fact, when we met him today, and I said to him that I felt like I was cheating a little bit because we drove up there and we caught him on his journey when he was near the Michael House School. And when we chatted to him there, I mean, that would have placed him probably, by now he would be almost in Howick, which means that he's probably an hour and a half out of Durban. But he's not just going to Durban, he's also going to be stopping at one of those schools that he intends to help. That's the Dawede Primary School in Gillets. The other school is the St. Navard Primary School, and that's down the KZN South Coast. So it's been quite a journey. Initially, he got off to a bit of a shaky start because I think he went in a bit too hard, and he had a few issues there, but nevertheless, he continued. And I think what's most interesting, Sal, is that during this journey, he's been relying on the goodwill of people that have been following this. So he's been quite active on TikTok, on other social media platforms, and he's been informing the public about where he is and what he's been up to. And many people have been putting him up for the night wherever he's found himself. They've been helping him with food and transport. For example, if he needed to get back to the N3, because remember, that's where primarily his journey is. But let's listen to a part of an interview that I did with Dale van Blerk during that chat we had today.
Obviously, there's a big reason for this. We've been trying to build 2 schools in KZN after the floods. And for us, and especially for me, looking at the situation there, what hit KZN was quite devastating. And I think to see kids battling like that, I mean, that must have been traumatic for them as well. And now they're sitting without education, without a class, and people died around them. We need to fix their lives. And the only way we're going to do that and give them a future is to basically give them education. And so they can look after themselves and for the future generations. That's why.
So which are these schools, Dale?
It's Dawede School in Kloof and St. Navard in, so it's just 40 k's up Scottsboro, South Coast.
All right, so he's been walking for 3 weeks, and you say he's got about 100 kilometers to do. How far is he walking every day?
So he's trying to complete about 30 to 45 kilometers a day where possible, but obviously some days are shorter than others and others are longer. It just depends, because the intention is to try to get to certain points so that he can stay over for the night. And what's interesting is that even those arrangements are made on the day. So for example, if he was walking towards Howick today, him and his brother and others would be trying to make arrangements to find people who would be able to put him up for the night. So the idea here is that people follow this journey and then they sponsor whatever they can towards rebuilding those schools. And that's the intention, to actually rebuild those schools, not just repair them. And for that, he's partnered with the BVB group, who intends to use a new type of technology, Molari technology, to rebuild those schools with hardened plastic. And that's the ultimate goal. He says that at this point, other services have also been offered, some companies coming through to say that they would kit out those classrooms that were rebuilt with new technology as well. So certainly help is coming through, but he says that more of it needs to come his way. Let's listen to what he had to say about why he felt it was so important that he needed to step up and do this.
There's a lot of things happening at the moment, If I wanted to make this a political thing, I would have done it, but it's not. This is all about the kids. So this is about people standing together, making something happen for these kids. What we've done is taken the liberty I don't know, I was just working one morning, and I know it's by grace, and I just started walking, knowing that it's going to be a mind game in getting to one of the schools and to create awareness. People just looking into their own souls and saying, yeah, let's help these guys, let's help these kids. Like a big reach out to the corporates. I mean, your CSI, have a look at the situation.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite remarkable what he has achieved. So you say he's about 100 k's away. So probably by the weekend, he should arrive in Durban and clearly drumming up a great deal of support. Absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much, eNCA's senior reporter in Durban, Dasen Thathiah.